Monday Night Wars podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Monday Night Wars, a special edition. It's our 100th episode. And so we decided to do it live and together.
Yeah,
I can't, here's some movie magic for you, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph, in preparation for our 100th episode, has taken copious notes. He's done a great job. I've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. I showed up here.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. That's my preparation is I got on a plane and it did not crash and I am here.
we could have given you the opportunity to take notes.
Yeah.
But instead what we did was we watched every Star Trek film.
Yes.
And then we started watching Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And then we did watch
Pretty
wrestling.
good.
We've been watching wrestling, but we've been watching wrestling ahead.
Yes.
So we've never gone back to this date. So I've got notes.
Yes.
And he's going to pretend he has notes.
Yeah, I see them right there.
And then we're going to make this work. And also don't be fooled. He's actually taller than me, but my chair is higher.
Yeah,
So
he did this on purpose.
I did. Yeah.
He gave me just the smallest chair. This is like a play school chair kind of thing.
I actually tried to get you a better chair, but Jamie said this one's more comfortable.
Oh, truth comes out. It's a lie.
Yeah. So
That's not true. It's not true, bro.
whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, it's July 28th, 1997. And we got Nitro. And you didn't take notes of all the bullshit that I like to take notes of, did you?
I never do.
This is bad.
It could be Tony and Larry and Mike Tenay, and I'd have no idea.
Wow. We don't even know who's even at the announce table. This is nuts.
I've got no break for hour number 2. If you look at my notes, there's no break. It just segment.
You got Lee Marshall though, right?
I do have Lee Marshall. Yeah, we got Lee Marshall in here. You
Can't.
can see him right there.
We can't not have Lee Marshall.
He's listed as segment 11 for everybody taking notes at home.
God, this is bad. I'm gonna get my phone right now. We gotta fix this. This is so bad. This is so bad. Anyways, while I'm Googling Vicious and Delicious versus Kurt Hennig and Ric Flair. That Kurt Hennig, 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
What a guy.
In fact, is Kurt Hennig now a member of the 4 Horsemen? That's what we'll keep asking ourselves until we find out the answer. I've already given away the answer, and he's doing it again. We've listed a number of times, but we'll get there. We get an opposite of last week, as this week 6 again tries to interfere in the tag match, but it doesn't actually help them, and it results in Vicious and Delicious losing. So we actually have a fun match. Hennig and Flair come out on top. It looks like they are a cohesive unit. They're not. But right now, it's okay. So I'm giving it a B. How's your search going?
I'm gonna AI this. And I'm telling it to give me a review of Monday Night Nitro, the date, by segment. Let's see what's going on here. It's searching. It's generating an answer. This is exciting. And I'm just gonna read it like I know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Opening match. Buff Bagwell and Scott Norton faced Ric Flair and Kurt Hennig.
That's true.
Showcasing a mix of classic wrestling and character dynamics, with Hennig gaining momentum.
That's just a horrible. My synopsis is way better.
That's so good.
That's way better.
So good. After that, there's a Lex Luger segment. It's actually doing a pretty good job. It's so far kind of
It does have the right stats.
Yeah.
Yes, it does have that.
Luger made a strong appearance, discussing his upcoming title match against Hogan and showing off his physique, which energized the crowd. Tell me, Joseph, how did you feel about this Lex Luger segment?
Well, see, this is why AI can't do the work of people, because yes, Lex is interviewed, and he is interviewed by Mean Gene, or as he would say,
Mean Gene.
There we go. He says there's been new developments. We do not know going into this that there is actually a title match coming up. He tells us that in Hogan's contract, the contract he shouldn't have access to, Hogan's required to defend his title at least once every 30 days. Now, this is something that none of the attorneys for WCW have ever discovered, but his own attorneys somehow did. Okay. He says that next Monday they will wrestle for the WCW title. And I think it ends up going his way, but I can't remember because we haven't gotten there yet. Anyways, segment overall is good. He does energize me and the crowd, so I'm giving it a B.
Wow, that's great. That's so good. After that, AI tells me that we've got a television title match.
We do.
And it's got Ultimo Dragon defending his title against Prince Iaukea. And they deliver a competitive match that highlights both wrestlers' skills.
I'm starting to get on board with AI.
AI.
First of all, this match is quite good.
Why are we working? You just do this.
We should have just uploaded that.
Yeah, it does fall off the rails after this, but we'll keep going.
And AI is correct. This match is quite good, but what I do find strange is that for some reason, this is a pretty lengthy match, whereas last week when we had Ultimo Dragon versus Steve Regal, that match was kind of abrupt and we just ended immediately. And what should have probably been the match of the week for both programs ended up being kind of lackluster. We do, however, know there's no way that Ultimo is going to lose. So, of course, he comes away with the victory. He locks in the Dragon Sleeper and it's over. It's a fun match. I'm giving it a B.
Wonderful. This is where AI kind of shits the bed because it doesn't have this Ric Flair interview.
Interesting.
But it's a Ric Flair interview, so I'm going to say it's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's big if true.
I love Ric Flair, so it don't matter.
Last week, Gene joked that Flair, real quickly, a little more inside baseball. So before you were ready, because he was doing a work phone call, I was going through these notes because I was trying something new, which if you'll notice up here, if I press this little button over here.
Oh, he's got an editing button here. It did nothing.
It did not.
Here
we go. Okay. You see this little dictate thing? So you can just speak and it'll take down your information. So I was like, that would make my note taking so much quicker.
Look at us using technology.
So I did.
Yeah.
And then it ruined all my notes and it made them horribly paced. So I had to actually go through all my notes while you were doing that and fix them all up and make them work because they were horrible.
I love that for you. I love technology. I love what's going on here. This is a technologically driven episode. I tell you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So last week, Gene joked that Flair and him are having an interview has become a weekly segment. He's right. And it's not good because these segments aren't really doing anything. Flair assures us that Kurt Hennig is a horseman. Hennig's like, I don't really know, blah, 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 blah. Then the horsemen come out and they celebrate with him. Okay. And then Flair brings some lady and he's like, hey, why don't you, bang her?
That's a very Ric Flair thing to do. I'd say Lex. Lex doesn't do that.
No, Lex wouldn't.
Not on TV.
Not on TV, yes. And then Hennig again reiterates that he is not a member of the Four Horsemen. He's a free agent. And it's just like this segment didn't do anything for anybody. It gets a C. Dude, we're flying.
Maybe a little too close to the sun. Because see, it's just not filled with all my filler, which is all killer. That's a Sum 41 album, ladies and gentlemen. All killer, no filler. That's when I thought I was like punk rock.
So Scott's been here. Today is Tuesday? Tuesday. I don't go to work the last few days.
He doesn't work.
Yeah, I do work, but I haven't been to work the last few days. So I have no idea what day it is. So it's Tuesday. You came in last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So the whole time has been music references in inopportune moments. The whole time. It's been great. I've had a great time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's been hilarious.
They're never an opportunity. They're always precisely when they need to be. Speaking of things that are precisely when they need to be, our next match is a Texas Hangman. It's Texas Hangman.
Yes.
Who? Versus Steve McMichael and Chris Benoit. The match was competitive, with Benoit and McMichael gaining the upper hand. Well, tell me about this match. It doesn't give me times either. This is kind of annoying.
It doesn't do the things that you want.
Yeah.
You want times. You want to know 6:05 Saturday night.
Yeah.
You want to know any sort of ads that we have, and May Marshall. As long as it has those things, you're good.
It's giving me the relevant facts, which are what I do not want.
During this match, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash phone in. Scott Hall asks, do you take collect calls? And Tony Schiavone says, if it's from 1-800-COLLECT, I'm sure I do. And then Hall goes, you got to get your plugs in, which made me laugh because they literally shell out their merch every single week. They don't actually say anything more than this during their call in. And then Mongo hits a tombstone pile driver on one of the Texas Hangmen. I can't be bothered to figure out which is which. We've never seen them before. He needs his peepers just to know who they are.
Yeah, I got it.
And he almost falls while he's doing it. And it's really, really dangerous and it's not good. And Mongo should not be doing a tombstone. Benoit then locks in the crippler crossface on the same individual, and that person is clearly under the ropes, but they don't call that, and Benoit just gets the win. I guess it's fine. It's not horrible. I'm giving it a C.
I'm trying to figure out who they even are. Who are these guys? Give me a name.
Okay, Texas Hangman.
Yeah, I'm looking it up, bro, and they're a faction, but it must be multiple people because it won't give me
interchangeable.
Yeah, because it won't give me just names. So I'm done with this. We don't need to know. I'll get back to you. After that, though, let me make sure this lines up. What do you got here? Where are you?
I got Alex Wright.
Segment
versus
6.
Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho defended his title against Alex Wright. The match was fast-paced, showcasing both wrestlers' agility and skill. This is kind of getting repetitive, I feel.
Yeah, it is.
But tell me about Chris Jericho versus Alexander Wright.
I'll give it some credit. It was showcasing skill and it was fast-paced. It's a very fun match. Alex Wright really starts to shine in this, even hitting a diving stomp, similar to Finn Balor's coup de grace that he hits these days, but not quite the same thing. It's just very similar. Alex Wright goes back to the well, and this time Jericho dodges it. Jericho hits the the lion salt. My bad. I really can't screw that up.
Terrible.
But then Alex Wright hits the German suplex with a bridge pin and becomes the new World Championship Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion. Alex Wright's push begins as Jericho's push halts. It gets a B+. It's a very fun match.
That's all AI's got. AI's done.
Oh, they don't know the rest of this?
Yeah, no, I'm going to try again. I'm going to ask it a different question. But while AI is thinking, Mean Gene's got an interview with Dino Mac. Tell me what goes on in this wonderful interview with Dino Mac. Dean Malenko.
Yeah. When Mean Gene interviews Dean Malenko, his music hits, but it's not just Dean Malenko who comes out. It's also Deborah and Jeff Jarrett. Dean says that he's in, referring to Jarrett's request last week about whether or not he'll join his faction. He says he's only in, though, on one condition, because he wants to know what happened between Jeff Jarrett and Eddie Guerrero last week. While this is happening, Alex Wright is heading back to the locker room, and Deborah whispers something into his ear. We don't know what it is, but she's doing this off to the side, and it looks like they're trying to tease something here. They are, and it's awful. Jarrett doesn't say a whole lot, but he's kind of dismissive to the whole question from Dean, and then Deborah starts talking about how high their stock is and that everybody wants a piece of them. As they leave, Mean Gene tells Jeff Jarrett he might want to burn his shirt, which is funny because it is an ugly shirt.
Ooh.
I'm giving this a B-. There's a lot of storylines going along with it. Some of them are really bad, and we're not going to enjoy them, specifically Deborah and Alex Wright, because where we're watching, we know what happens with that, and it's not fun.
No, it's not. It's not good at all. Well, they botch it. They botch it.
It's a great idea, to be clear. They just screw it up.
I can't get this thing to do what I want. AI is just imploding. This is embarrassing. I thought this thing was supposed to kill me. And here it is. It can't even give me a segment by segment analysis of the Monday Night Wars. This tells you, ladies and gentlemen, we don't just we work hard at this. We put a lot of effort into this.
We do.
Yeah.
We
do. We put a lot of effort into this. You know, Joseph does all the editing. He puts all the pictures in. He draws those great pictures that are the cover art of all the episodes. He takes copious notes of the matches to really give you a blow by blow. I show up. It's a lot,
but you bring a lot of charm.
It's a lot. See, that's quarter profile. You got to give that. That's what the ladies want.
Oh, gotcha.
Quarter profile.
I don't know those insider strategies.
Yeah, this is training. This is now a dating podcast, and I'm a guy who hasn't dated.
Yeah, we're both married.
15 years, 16 years.
Been together with our individuals for over a decade. Both of us. Yeah.
I feel like I took like the last chopper out of Saigon, getting married before the app.
I don't know if you can say that referring to your wife.
Oh, well, she's not Vietnamese.
Yeah, but I mean,
right. Whatever. I'm just saying, like the app. Well, COVID. I think the apps were bad. I think the apps are bad, but I feel like COVID made maybe even worse because now people don't want to go out and like meet each other.
I think
dating is rough, man.
I think a lot more has gone into it than COVID.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm assuming that it's
like Me Too and kind of that kind of stuff.
Like all that kind of stuff. I don't want to get into too much specifics because this is kind of a family show.
Well, we need to pad this out.
We do because we're almost done with Nitro and we're only 15 minutes in.
Yeah, But yeah, the dating scene's rough out there. So to all of our listeners that are out there dating,
Mm-hmm.
boys, girls, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What did they say in the Star Trek movie? He said, he said,
Oh, he said
ladies, gentlemen, and transgendered species or something?
species. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Nemesis is a bad movie.
But that was pretty inclusive.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
progressive, ahead of
Yeah.
the time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first like 10 minutes of Nemesis are pretty good.
It gives me what I want.
And then because you wanted Riker.
I wanted
and
Riker and Troy
yeah.
together. I was so mad that it never happened. I want Picard and Crusher too, which I don't get.
Yeah. Even in the Picard show, you don't really get.
Don't even get in Generations where he gets his like fantasy world. Like I was like, that better be Beverly Crusher.
Yeah.
And him with 6 kids.
And
it was not.
I thought you were just going to say don't get it in Generations when his family gets killed for no reason.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. In a fire.
This has become a Star Trek podcast.
Well, I mean, it's just terrible storytelling.
It is. Yeah. Much like WCW Nitro.
Waggity, smaggity, what a segue. 6 versus DDP. It's an exhilarating romp full of action, adventure, and suspense. I made that up, but it sounds like AI.
It does.
Yeah. Tell me about it, Joseph.
Commentary puts over Diamond Dallas Page as really the only person who seems to be able to get to the NWO and ruffle their feathers. It's actually a really good observation because other than him and Sting, nobody seems to do it. Even Lex Luger just kind of charges full steam ahead and doesn't really get much done.
That feels like a very Lex thing, though.
Yeah, which I do agree
yeah.
with. Yeah, it's fine.
He kind of a steamroller.
But it's kind of all that's happening. And we just keep getting the same thing over and over. 6 goes for the Buzz Killer when Diamond Dallas Page hits the Diamond Cutter out of nowhere. Curt Hennig runs in again and again, hits Diamond Dallas Page with a foreign object, and then puts 6 over him for the pin while the ref is distracted. Tony Schiavone says, I think it's pretty obvious that Curt Hennig is not a horseman, that he's part of the NWO. Yeah, no duh. This is why the storyline that's going to happen is so infuriating, because this is going to be weeks and months of him being a member of the Horsemen and not working for the NWO. Match is good, though, so I'm going to give it a B.
The Hennig angle has been botched from the beginning.
Yes, from day one.
Terrible with Curt Hennig from the beginning. Yeah, it's wild how bad it's been.
I mean, like, because you have a guy who clearly is skilled. Like, I think it's weird that Vince McMahon, like, thought he was no longer relevant. Like, that just makes no sense to me.
I think he really is one of the best technical wrestlers of all time.
Oh, yeah, that's not even a debate. Yeah. And now he's still putting on great matches. We've seen him do really good stuff.
I thought you were talking about like modern day, like when he's 847. Maybe he is. That's right. He's not.
Rest in peace, Curt Hennig.
Rest in peace, bro.
But he is really good, right? He still has a lot left in the tank. And they honestly, him being a horseman made a lot of sense. And then they just find every way they can to destroy it.
What did you do to the Mean Gene I got you,
That's
bro?
not the same Mean Gene.
Oh my God, he's got a headless Mean Gene on his desk. Wow, this is what you get when I don't have any notes prepared. Like I just kind of look around waiting for my spot.
Yeah. Like my Jason Kidd rookie
Look
card.
at that. Don't show people that.
card.
They're going to steal them.
One of my many Rhea Ripley signed cards, and here's her rookie card.
So sticky. You sealed that not with glue.
I will have you know.
Individual.
I will have you know. I bought Rhea Ripley autograph cards before every other guy on the planet decided that she was now attractive and not looked like a man, even though she was attractive the entire time, but she's got muscles. And male wrestling fans tend to be what's the word I'm looking for?
Whoa! This is a children's program. You know, it's funny because not to get too into
we got time.
Not to get too into this, but I actually found Rhea Ripley more attractive for the tattoos.
I disagree.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big tattoo guy.
I'm a big be yourself person.
Yeah, I think that's good. I completely support it. But from what a girl wants, what a girl needs, what I need is less tattoos.
What about Hector Guerrero versus Dean Malenko?
Oh, they don't have tattoos. So I guess I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
Hoovy, though. Hoovy got a lot of tattoos, but he's Hoovy, so I'll let it pass. I'll let it go. Anyways, Hector Guerrero, your body's a temple. Love yourself.
But you can love yourself with tattoos.
That's true, but not if you're Jewish.
That's true.
They're against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christians are against it until they're not. because they're usually like white
Well, I don't
people.
think there's any rule against in Christianity.
The body of the temple thing.
Oh,
It's
is
the
it
same
saying?
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess,
yeah.
yeah. Old Testament.
I don't know if you know this,
What? Tell me about it.
but Christianity
Yeah.
is just a branch off of Judaism.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm hitting you with some knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, you're going to tell me Jesus was a Jew. Crazy. Anyways, Hector Guerrero versus Dino Mac Malenko, the Mac Daddy of them all. Big Dean, the DM.
I think you just want somebody to be called Mac Daddy.
Yeah,
Because I have heard
I've
Mac
been on
Daddy
it.
a lot
'Cause
the
it's-
past few days.
Mac Daddy's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just a ridiculous nickname.
Well, it's kind of like I'm gonna have to beep this out. BA as in a female dog and then a derriere.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Who
if
would
you
say
can
that?
put those two together, you'll figure out what I'm saying. I think that is one of the funniest insults in the world, and I say it to you a lot
Yeah.
because we're very close.
Uh-huh.
Actually, right now we're very close.
Physically.
But
Not personally.
but I
we
won't
like
say
each
it to
other.
most people because they really get offended by it. But I think it's hilarious.
Why that I also use that quite a bit, as
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
because it's absurd.
Yes. It's ridiculous. It
I-
is absolutely dumb.
I try not to swear unless it's for comedic effect.
Mhm.
Right. That's when I swear. Or I drop a safe on my hand, which I did once.
What kind of safe? Like a gun safe or?
It was like a fire safe. It wasn't huge,
Mm.
but I mean they're heavy.
Yeah.
And it landed on like my one finger
Mhm.
because my wife didn't want the movers moving the safe. So she had me move it, and we had it like wedged in like this corner that was difficult to get to.
Mhm.
So I kind of had to pull it out. I had to like get on my hands and knees. So I didn't have like great
Mhm.
leverage. And then so I pulled it out, and I needed to like adjust myself or something.
Mhm.
And so I could only hold it in one hand. And that's when it chose to fall out of said hand. And it landed on my this finger. Because this finger actually, you can tell it's slightly larger than the rest. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's still scarred. It's still there. Yeah. So I swore when that happened. I also slammed my hand in a car door once. That's what that is right there. But that was when I was a kid, so I didn't know these words, but I would have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Was that one of those things where your wife was like, "Hey, we need to move this safe," but then it was really just you?
Probably.
Gotcha.
Married. Another since this is the marriage advice podcast, marriage, dating, those sorts of things. If you're not married, you'll discover that when the woman in your life says that we're going to do something typically related to home improvement or that sort of thing, we are not doing it. You are doing it.
See, I'm actually lucky.
Yeah, you're kind of in a mirror world. Like this
Yeah.
is the Terran Empire because
Yeah.
back to Star Trek.
Yeah.
Where your wife does a lot of home improvement.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here, and she's so excited that I'm here to spend time with me that she's been upstairs putting down the floor. And we love her for it.
Yeah, and it looks great.
It does really.
It looks
good. It does look
fantastic.
good.
But yeah, like when we, being me and her, when we moved into this house for a little bit of time because we moved multiple states away, I had gotten a job and she was out of work, and she was basically taking care of getting the house ready for like a month between having an apartment and having this house. And so she would just come over every day, and like all the woodwork that's done in our house, she was doing.
It looks great, by the way.
Yeah.
You all will never see it, but I can tell you. Maybe you will.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have you all over to Joseph's house. Not mine.
We will.
Yeah. It looks great though. But does it look as great as this Hector Guerrero Dean Malenko match looks? Because these are two like titans of wrestling. Hector Guerrero is I don't think Hector Guerrero like gets as enough credit.
No.
Especially at this point, because he's kind of at the end of his career at this point.
Correct. Yeah.
But he has had a storied, great career, well known in Mexico.
Mhm.
And then Dean Malenko goes out saying he's Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
Anyone who's watched the Monday Night Wars knows Dean Malenko is another greatest technical wrestlers of
Right.
the time kind of thing. So this has got to be a good match, right?
It is. And honestly, going back to your Hector Guerrero statement, Hector Guerrero, like to me, still smooth as hell. Like he's great in the ring. This is our second straight week of Hector Guerrero, in fact, in a match. And this one makes a lot of sense. You remember last week we had the Hector Guerrero versus Eddie kind of match. Dean Malenko interrupted towards the end, put Eddie in the cloverleaf, put him in the cloverleaf, and then Hector was like, dude, he's still my brother. You got to get off him.
Yeah.
And then those two fought. So now we kind of get that's wrapped around to this. Eddie, of course, betrayed Hector, though, last week and just let him get beat up.
Tragedy.
We'll touch on this more later or on a later date, or we won't, because who knows? WCW. We could have the storyline. We could not have the
Don't
storyline.
recall this going anywhere.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know Dean and Eddie will continue
Yes.
for sure,
Yes.
but I don't know about Hector being in it. Jeff Jarrett and Deborah come out during the match. Jarrett celebrates, Dean locks in the cloverleaf and gets the win. Then Chavo, or
Hi, Chavo. We'll see what we blow out your mind.
comes in and he confronts Jarrett and then gets attacked by Dean. Honestly, this would be a great faction if Jeff Jarrett had convinced Eddie and Dean to join forces as three young, talented, ruthless killers, but they don't. Match is okay. The match itself is fine, but everything else that kind of happens kind of lowers it for me. I'm giving it a C.
That would really have been good, huh?
Yeah.
Eddie, Dean, Jeff Jarrett.
Mm-hmm. And all heels, like clearly.
Yeah.
And I think Deborah would fit in that role.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
The heel manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's good, man. That's why they didn't do it.
Yep.
But what they do is they have Conan interview Dean
Said
Malenko.
do. Anyways,
Wow. We got Conan being interviewed by Mean Gene. And why don't you do that thing that you do?
Conan insults Gene, calling him old and blurry, which I actually laughed
Is
at.
Conan drunk? Is that the insinuation here?
I don't think so. I think he's just saying that Gene's past his prime. I think that's all he's saying.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Conan says he gave Ray his start in the business, and if it wasn't for him, all the luchadors wouldn't be in WCW, which is actually true. He kind of was, the
Yeah.
gateway to WCW. He says, for better or worse, depending on whose perspective you go with. He
Mhm.
says he will teach them all lessons starting tonight with La Parka. It's fine. Get to see from me.
And we get La Parka in a match.
Yes.
So I'm always down for La Parka inside the ring. After that, though, we get the moment of the night. And I'm so glad that you took this important note, at least. You won't take any of the other notes about Saturday night or what movie's going to be on after the show
Yep.
or what La Femme Nikita is doing. Those really important comments, which
Mhm.
you just decided apparently were not important enough for the 100th episode. But you did decide
Uh-huh.
that the 1-800 collect road report with Lee Marshall
Yes.
was worth mentioning. So tell me about it.
Lee's calling from Detroit, Michigan. I believe that's Kevin Nash's hometown.
Mhm.
Lee tells us Detroit is known for its cars, and it was back in 1899 when Henry Ford drove the first gasoline-powered horseless carriage. He originally tried weasels on a treadmill, but all they did was whimper, whine, and try to sniff each other. Bobby says they should treat Lee like Tiger Stadium and tear him down. Technically,
That's a great
it is. Technically, Tiger Stadium wasn't demolished yet. It wouldn't be for a few years. However, ground had already been broken for the brand new Comerica Park. They still play in to this day. Great stadium, from what I understand.
We've never been, but we will someday because we are going to baseball stadiums together as well.
Correct.
This podcast.
And this gets an A+.
A+. Do any Lee Marshall segments?
Lee
not
has
get
never
A+?
gotten
Yeah.
less than an A+.
Yeah, it's.
But I make sure to point it out every time.
Yeah, it's got to be.
We should change A+ to Lee Marshall.
Ooh, how many Lee Marshalls out of 10? You know,
How many Lee Marshalls out of 10? At least a whining weasel out of 10.
wow.
Yeah.
You know that you were a fan of Conan O'Brien, right?
Yeah, of course.
He would do. I think there were movie reviews. So one of his segments were that he would do like movie reviews,
Okay.
and he would give them ratings, and they would just be incomprehensible.
Which you should do.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I think that that's perfect.
So you have a specific like movie review kind of like podcast that
Yes.
you like, and I have one that I like, and the one that you like is Red Letter Media.
Yeah.
Okay, and the one that I like is Mr. Sunday Movies, and they do a thing called Caravan of Garbage and a number of other things. But when they review a new movie, just so they don't have to listen to everybody argue about it, there's only two grades it gets: best movie ever, worst movie ever. So regardless of what it is, even if it's only marginally okay, best movie ever. And I think that's great because then people can argue about it and best movie ever.
That's how that guy feels.
He thinks it's fine, which is Scott for I hate it.
It's not true.
No, it's very true. I've known you 11 years now.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's what that is. He's repeatedly told me, I'm glad you liked it.
That's also just to annoy you.
Yeah. But also it is kind of nice because it's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm glad that it made you happy.
Yeah.
Which it did.
That's how I feel. Yeah. Because I don't care. That's the reality. But I do not care about that movie. It had good things. It had things I liked. It had things I didn't like. I will never need to watch it again.
Mhm.
That's my review. Anyways, Giant versus La Parka. Am I reading this right?
Yes.
Giant versus La Parka and Psychosis. I kind of like the idea though.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
it's good.
Giant, yeah, because Giant versus La Parka,
Well, and as we found out a couple months later, Giant's kind of a cruiserweight now.
apparently. This is where it starts, I guess.
Yeah.
Layered storytelling. Tell me about Giant versus La Parka and Psychosis.
Well, Macho Man is in the crowd and he goes, "Ooh, yeah." Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
"Hey, Giant, the madness is taking care of the family business. I'm the point man at Road Wild. I'm going to take care of you. And tonight, I'm going to take care of Scotty Steiner because you guys are punks. And I'm a true writer, yeah. Not just a writer, but a true writer. Oh, yeah." Thank you, sir. Giant.
To see that in person. Also, it's interesting to see on your notes that
How I do it?
you structure it like a poem.
Oh, yeah.
And if Macho Man segments aren't like poetry, I tell you.
They are like poetry.
They
even if
absolutely
sort
are.
of rhyme.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Anyways, Giant grabs a mic and tells Mach to stay up there and wait for his turn. But he wants Mach to watch real close. And Mach says, "No way, brother. I'm going to make you pay just like Scotty Steiner. Ding it. Oh, yeah." That's the end of Mach.
It's good. It's good though. It's good though.
Great Muto comes out finally, right after Eric Bischoff comes out and clears out commentary, except for Shivani. He wants to work with Tony once again. Muda puts up a far more valiant effort this week. I don't know why Muda is out with this, but he is.
Wait, I thought this was a Parka and Psychosis.
It
versus
was
Giant.
supposed to be, and now it's Great Muda.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you had taken notes,
I don't get it.
you'd know everything.
Well, explain it to me like I didn't see the episode.
So they're redoing now the last week match,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
so now it's Giant and Muda again. And so Muda is going to go to the well like he did last week. If you remember, Giant went to go choke slam
Yeah.
him. Muda spits him in the
Yes.
face with poison.
That's what he does.
He does the exact same thing this time, except for this time,
But where is La Parka and Psychosis? Did they
Who
ever come
knows?
out? Did they even come out?
I don't think so.
No.
No, they just.
What?
So, anyways, Muda goes for the poison miss, and then Giant blocks it with his massive arm. He puts it in his way, and it works perfectly because it literally like hits his arm, and when he drops his arm, it only hit his arm. That's how big this dude's arms are. It was really, really creative and cool. He then hits the choke slam and he gets the win. Larry Zbyszko comes out and confronts Bischoff, who he pushes around. He tells Bischoff, "Let's go," and then gets him in a front face lock and carries him to the ring. The crowd is euphoric as Giant choke slams Bischoff. And honestly, I'm going to give this one an A. We get Mach, which I love. We get Giant doing a really clever storytelling of learning from his last week mistake. We get Zbyszko actually taking it to NWO, and Giant takes it to NWO. So for, one of the few times WCW actually comes out on top. So A from me.
This gets an A. Wow. And then after that, we actually get La Parka
Mhm.
and apparently also Psychosis appearance. So this is La Parka versus Conan,
Mhm.
which Conan talked about
Mhm.
previously.
Mhm.
Did they book La Parka in 2 matches back to back?
I have no idea. It's been too long now for me.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
Why don't you go to AI?
La Parka, while we figure this out, La Parka versus Conan. Tell me about it.
Conan wins fairly easily, and Psychosis runs out to force Conan to let go of the Tequila Sunrise. And that's kind of it. Conan doesn't then beat up Psychosis. He just lets go, and that's it. We get a C for this. I think what they're trying to do is set up Conan running through the gauntlet of all the cruiserweights. I don't know, because this is kind of week 1 of it. But we'll see. I assume at the pay-per-view, they're trying to build towards a Ray versus Conan angle.
It's another tequila sunrise.
Dude, what if that played right now?
That would be good. That should be a song though.
That should be Conan's entrance.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's already using it.
It's true. It's true. We got JJ Dill on the phone with commentary, and he's got important things. He's gonna lay down the law,
Mhm.
but not.
Yes, that's what Dylan does.
Tell me about him, and he's still doing it. We saw him.
Yes.
We've been powering through, man. We're almost done with the year on
Yeah.
our watch ahead,
Mhm.
and he's still laying down the law, but
not really.
But I haven't seen anything come of it.
Shivani sets us up asking JJ Dillon about having an offer for Sting. Apparently, Dillon says it's been about a year since we have seen Sting in the ring, which seems wild. That's wild.
It seems accurate, though. He's been gone a long time.
Yeah, no, he has. I mean, we've seen him, to be clear, but we just haven't seen him in the ring, which honestly, like, probably a mistake in retrospect.
I think so.
Because, like, that's a lot of ring rust to have.
Well, and I don't think they do enough with.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we have this dream, which we've probably talked about on the podcast previously.
Who knows?
Where we want him to, like, be fighting the NWO, like, backstage. Like, we see, he comes out, he comes down from the ceiling and fights them off in the ring and stuff. We want more than that, right? We want them, like, kind of like living a little bit in fear of him, because as you and I have said, we want someone who can challenge the NWO, because that makes it interesting. We want, obviously, we don't want him to just completely get over on them, because that's not interesting. We that needs to be done in a match at a pay-per-view, but have him just, like, sneak attacking them all the time, like, and it can be zany stuff. Like, you and I watched Raw, the most recent episode of Raw, the modern day Raw.
Yes. We watched that with my nephew.
We watched that yesterday, and Dominic Mysterio is supposed to put up the belt against AJ Styles. And Dominic doesn't want to wrestle AJ Styles, so he's faking an injury.
Right.
And so throughout the show, Dominic keeps bumping into AJ Styles. First, AJ's dressed as the valet at the car drop-off, and he says, you better get cleared. He's a janitor. He's somewhere else, too. I can't remember. He's another thing, too, I think.
Like a doctor or something like that?
Yeah, he's the medical guy.
Yes. Yeah.
After, because Dom fakes an injury. He's there representing the team.
Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez.
Judgment Day.
Yes.
Judgment Day, yeah. He's there to support them in their match, and he gets injured. They try to fake another injury. She runs into him. One of his teammates runs into him, and he's faking an injury, and AJ Styles comes out to check on him because he's the doctor, and Dominic freaks out and runs away.
Right.
It's great. And I think they should be doing stuff like that with Sting.
I agree.
Where they're looking for, Hogan's just like, hey man, where's the entrance? And Sting, and it's just some blonde-haired guy and turns on his Sting in a wig or something. The concessions guy is Sting. The waiter at the room service guy at the hotel is Sting.
Yeah.
Just crazy stuff like that. He's attacking them. They can't seem to get at him, so they're attacking his friends, DDP and those kind of people, and like saying, if you don't get out here, we'll break his leg or whatever, like that kind of stuff. And they're not doing it. He drops down, he swings the bat a little bit, and that's it.
I agree with all of that. I also think it probably is a mistake. I believe his first match back will be at Starrcade, which that'll be a long conversation. You're going to want to subscribe to our Patreon for that in a few months, $2 a month. I mean, subscribe now, and then in a few months we'll talk about it.
Give us at least $4.
Yes. But I think that's his first match back is the one against Hogan, which I think is a drastic error because, like, ring rust, dude hasn't wrestled for over a year and a half by that point. And that's his first match back. And you can tell in the match he's not quite what he needs to be. He'll obviously get back to being Sting, but not at that point. And so I think they should have probably done, like, he actually comes back a couple months prior to that. He has some workup matches to that Hogan match. You could have him win, World War III or something, and he gets that match. Something. I understand kind of the idea behind it, to be fair, building up suspense. I do. I just think it doesn't quite land as much as they'd hope. But that's a conversation for a much different day.
Yeah. Because today we got JJ Dillon on the phone laying down the law.
Correct.
Tell me.
And Dillon, after saying it's been about a year since we've seen Sting, many have questioned where Sting's loyalties lie, because we're doing that again.
Is he in the NWO?
He believes he is with WCW. So they're putting together an offer to get Sting back in the ring by September. This won't happen. So I don't know why we're doing that. It gets a C, it's fine, but it will not happen. It is there's no return on this storyline.
Segment 15. 15 segments. Apparently our main event, there would have been more segments if I had been taking notes. Macho Man versus Scott Steiner. The not quite yet Big Papa Punk. Tell me about the Mach and the Pump.
Mach tries to fight both Steiners, which is great. Objectively, that is what Mach should be doing. He's crazy. He's a wild man. He's a wild man, Mark Mara.
Oh, they should do more.
They should do more. Mark. We like Mark Mara.
Yeah.
Anyways,
If it's not clear, we say it all the time.
Yeah. This is actually a really fun match. I love when Mach gets to just kind of cook, which he does in this. And then Scott Steiner gets the Avalanche Frankensteiner, but Miss Elizabeth distracts the ref. The Outsiders then ruin everything by attacking the Steiners for a DQ. Then we get the typical Nitro finish. What was an enjoyable match just got ruined. Giant runs out and the NWO bail. This doesn't make the NWO look weak, which I spelled weak as in a weak, not a weak-minded.
Is this through your dictation?
Probably.
Yeah.
They won this, and then the Giant came out. Giant challenges Nash to a match. Nash says, I'm not fighting through all these guys because there's a bunch of security in front of him. And he's like, I'm not going to fight through all these guys just to get to you. And Doug Dillinger, who's head of security, says, okay. And he clears everybody and he makes a nice lane. And so it's like, oh, well, Nash now has to go fight him. And then nothing happens and we fade to black. And that's it. That's the end of Nitro. And it gets a D for me. This is so a Nitro finish. And I hate it.
Well, let's have a Raw beginning. We had a Nitro finish, so now we need a Raw beginning. Oh my God! And you just drop in to give us notes on this. We start Raw, July 28th, 1997. Heart Foundation.
Yes.
Talking with Jim Ross. Tell me about it.
Jim Ross informs us the WWF has decided not to take action against Bret Hart for his behavior last week when he attacked Vince McMahon. And the match between he and The Undertaker will go forward as planned at SummerSlam. He decided, or I guess WWF has decided they don't want to take that away from the fans. They're going to keep the match. However, he also informs us that Gorilla Monsoon will be electing a commissioner who will debut next week and lay down the law on the constant shenanigans, not just from Bret Hart, but also from Austin as well as many others. Behind the scenes, Gorilla Monsoon is very ill. He will appear a couple of times over the next few years in non-authority roles before his death in 1999. So unfortunately for us as viewers, this is pretty much the end. Unlike J.J. Dillon, Monsoon has laid down the law many times and has mostly been a welcome presence for me on screen. The commissioner, the first one, and this will be kind of a recurring role over the next few years with a few different individuals, but the first commissioner, which we will obviously get to next week, does actually do a lot of law laying down. So again, unlike J.J. Dillon, it's kind of effective. Ross tells us that when that happens, Hart's situation will be reevaluated. Hart tells us there's no justice in America. Just look at O.J. Simpson, which apparently we're doing that again.
Whoa.
He says Americans will do absolutely anything to screw you. He says when he said if he didn't win the title against Undertaker, that he would never wrestle in America again. He didn't literally mean that. He figuratively meant that. This actually made me chuckle. It's a nice job from Bret. I like that because you said the thing and now you're, reneging on the thing. And I think that works for you. Like many of Bret promos, unfortunately, this does go on too long. This time the crowd completely takes over as they are vocal and Hart struggles to talk through them. Hart challenges Patriots tonight, calling him not the hero America needs. Finally, he tells Undertaker he will become a 5-time champion. Overall, it's pretty good. It gets a B for me. Hart goes on too long, but it does get the point across, and we now know what's going to happen next week with this new commissioner thing, so pretty excited for that.
I put this in AI to see if it would give me a better review.
Mm-hmm. Just
kind of interesting to see if it didn't do a good job with WCW. I mean, it actually started out pretty well, and then it kind of fell
off.
On
pace, yeah.
If WCW is just so disjointed, and scatterbrained that it was not logical enough for AI to understand. And so I'm trying to see if Raw is better. So Raw tells me that we start out our first, tell me if this is right, Legion of Doom versus Savio Vega and Miguel Perez. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's giving me the finish though. So I'm going to let you tell me what happens. I don't want to spoil the finish here.
Well, I'm actually interested to hear yours. So we'll do yours right after mine. It's very quick. The Barricas, Los Barricas, have a pre-recorded message about DOA, and they just say they're going to beat them. So not really a whole lot going on. Barricas end up interfering, and the Godwins join in, and then Legion of Doom beats up, and Legion of Doom beats them up, and then Hawk gets slopped, and we just kind of end in like a bunch of mayhem. I kind of get it because you have all these different tag teams kind of fighting each other, but it's also like think there's probably a better way to do this. So I'm giving it a D. What's your synopsis?
The match ends in disqualification when Los Boricuas interfere. The Godwins attack afterward, leading to chaos.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. Then it's already gone off the rails though, because let's see what you've got here. Yeah, you've got Hunter versus Vader, which I do not have on my thingamabobber here. So tell me about Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Big Van Vader, which is not the name he goes by now, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Hunter gets interviewed to ask about his history with Mankind and having China help him. Two will have a steel cage match at SummerSlam, so that should probably be pretty fun. Hunter's exasperated by the question, though, and he says Mankind is scared about being beat up by a woman. He says, you want to put me in a cage like an animal, you're going to see what an animal I can become. Okay, I get where he's trying to go with. Hunter isn't quite Triple H yet. Like, he isn't quite edgy and good on the mic. I think the DX thing will really help him with that.
He's still a little regal, I feel like.
Yeah, and he's you can almost see him thinking while he's talking.
Yeah.
And so but it's fine. It's fine for what it is. He then tells Vader, what time is it? It's Jenny Craig time. Does Jenny Craig still exist?
I think they went bankrupt, but someone bought them out of bankruptcy. So I think they're technically still around.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's no longer owned by Jenny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about Craig?
It's the same person. Oh, it's first and last.
Gotcha.
It's a first and last name.
Got it. Okay. By the way, very 90s reference, Jenny Craig. That was a huge deal in the 90s.
I used to, my joke is always Bally's. Remember Bally's?
Oh, yeah. Bally's.
That's the one I make reference to. I was like, you just got to hit, when I'm like making it, it's like, bro, you just got to hit up Bally's, And it's like, what are you talking about? I don't care.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those things throughout the years. P90X.
Yeah.
What was the Bowflex?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bowflex. Those are more home gym systems.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Bowflex was crazy. Was that the one where it was like the running in place one? Was that the Bowflex?
That was the one that was like a bunch of cables.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And like a bend. And the guy.
Oh, the one you could do like 50 different things with.
And the guy, apparently, this is alleged. I don't know. Apparently, the guy who was the model for it
allegedly
had AIDS. And the reason that he was so jacked was because working out helps your immune system and AIDS hurts your immune system. And so that's why he worked out so hard to prolong his life. I have no evidence on this, but I remember being told that a lot as a kid.
Well, if this is true, this might just be one of those kid urban legends,
right?
Like Marilyn Manson and his ribs, which we will not get into. If you're listening, Bowflex guy, if you're still alive, hopefully you are, because people can now live with HIV. It's
yes,
They've pretty much got that kind of locked down where you can live a pretty normal life, which is great.
Well, with HIV though, not AIDS.
Yeah, not. Oh, did he have like full blown AIDS?
That's. I don't know why full blown AIDS is the funniest way to say that.
I think it's a Team America reference or something. It's not HIV. Yeah, because they're doing like Rent or something, right?
Yeah.
It's not HIV, but full blown AIDS. Yeah. Anyways, if you're still around, which I hope you are,
and probably listening to the show.
Yeah, come on the pod. Big
huge
fan.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. Even if he's dead.
Yeah. From beyond the grave.
We'll have a seance for Bowflex guy.
Well, like radio broadcasts, like that stuff like goes out into space.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that? Like like radio and TV, those like the terrestrial like tower signals.
Yeah.
Like those are actually those escape Earth and they go out into space. Like so like if there is someone on a planet like trillions of miles away, they might be able to pick up like early episodes of I Love Lucy or something.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of like sci-fi shows where they've done stuff like that, where it's like the aliens show up and their knowledge of America or the world is just like I Love Lucy episodes.
Well, that's literally the storyline of Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but they do stuff like that, right? So it's like, so maybe wherever he is, he's getting the pot.
There you go.
That's all. That was all of that for that joke. Anyways. Segment 4.
Well, hold on. We haven't talked about the match yet. While Vader comes out, a cameraman attacks Helmsley. And by this goes back to your idea for Sting. It's not actually a cameraman. It's actually Mankind.
Oh, that's so good.
Mankind gets some revenge as he fights Hunter into the crowd. And they do that thing again where they're just fighting all around the crowd. I love it. It gets a B for me. Now segment 4.
Segment 4. The Commandant and Brockus. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. Tell me about it.
Technically, this is 2 separate vignettes. I just wasn't going to talk about them.
Yeah.
So we get 2 vignette promos. I'm combining them. Commandant tells us that we get the pleasure of meeting the Truth Commission, and the truth will hurt. That's the entire segment, basically. There's more to it, but it's not good. Then Brachus or whatever his name is, I can't remember. He says some nonsense, and we talked about this last week. It will literally never matter. This gets a D from me.
That's beautiful. It does. My AI does have this match, and I'm gonna read you the review of it because I think
Can't wait.
It really helps. So the next match is the Truth Commission versus Jesse James, Flash Funk, and Bob Holly. This match features a lackluster performance from the Truth Commission, with the crowd unimpressed. AI.
It ain't wrong.
AI got sharp elbows, bro.
Monsoon is at ringside on commentary, and he explains his reasoning for hiring commissioner because people are rowdy, man.
Yeah.
We get the in-ring debut of the Interrogator, who will later be Kurgan. He's the only one that's really kind of famous.
Yeah, becomes anything.
Sniper and Recon. So Interrogator, Sniper, and Recon. They are all going by code names for the Truth Commission. This is a squash match as the Interrogator wins with a sidewalk slam. So again, the people they're going against are Jesse James, who they made a big deal about trying to push a couple months ago with the whole really bad honky tonk head thing. Flash Funk, who they made a big deal about pushing a few months ago and then have gone away from. And Bob Holly, who apparently at one point was a tag team champ like a couple years ago. And all three of those guys will be more successful than the Truth Commission.
They're also better wrestlers.
Significantly better wrestlers.
Yeah, which is sad.
Yeah, this gets an F for me. I could not stand it.
It's a squash match with three guys who are going to be really good. Well, Flash Funk's already pretty famous.
Yes.
I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other two going to be there in time. After that, we've got the Patriot responding to Bret Hart because Bret Hart, he talked some crap about the Patriots.
Yeah, he did.
Patriots got to respond, and God bless him, and God bless America. Tell me about it, Joseph.
Not much is said here in the vignette. But Patriot also gets an interview from Vin Man, who asks if he will accept the challenge from Bret Hart. Patriot says it's the duty of every American to defend their country, but he also doesn't like Bret Hart, so this is a pleasure and not just his duty. Honestly, it's pretty good. I'm giving it a C. It's not a B quality, but it is pretty decent. I like that line at the end.
Next up is the Tag Team Championship title match with our tag team champions, Dude Love and Stone Cold Steve Austin, versus the Godwins. And I will tell you that AI tells me that there is intense action in this match. So tell me about the intense action, Joseph.
So AI is skipping, I think, unless my notes are wrong, the DOA versus Nation of Domination.
Oh, and I totally skipped it too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, AI did not skip it. It's here, but I'm gonna let you tell me about DOA versus the Nation of Domination. You've got so little notes, so I completely missed it. He's got literally
I have 3 lines.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they're even sentences. Yeah, they're technically 3 sentences.
All right. Ahmed Johnson's back, so that's big, I guess. Ahmed Johnson's back. He will be, he's in this, and then I think he'll be in a couple things, but I'm not positive. I know at some point they kick him out pretty soon. This match ends in a brawl and gets thrown out. The Boricuas join the fray because now you got all 3 of them doing their thing, and it gets a C. I mean, it's fine. It's just not great. Then we go to a tag team match.
Tell me about this intense action in Dude Love and Stone Cold versus the Godwin.
Bulldog and Owen are on commentary saying the tag titles were stolen from them. We get a Dude Love chant because he is so over. Owen says he needs the slop bucket to throw up because Owen Hart best heart. Bulldog challenges Ken Shamrock to an arm wrestling match on commentary. Austin hits the stunner on Phineas, but he gets thrown outside by Henry. Owen attacks Austin with the Intercontinental Championship, and it results in a disqualification. Austin then attacks Owen, and all 6 men start to throw down. Then Legion of Doom joins and evens out the heels versus faces. It's fine, but we are starting to have a trend of every single match ends in mayhem, and I'm not overly fond of that. I'm giving it a C.
Wow, a C.
Yeah.
Which is actually high compared to what you're going to give the next match, which is Ace Darling versus Devin Storm. And I was just telling you, I think today that I really need to see more Ace Darling and Devin Storm. That's not true. I didn't say that. And it's also not true that we need to see them. But you wrote more about this match technically
Technically.
more words at
Yes.
least. It stole three sentences, but there are more words in those sentences.
Yes.
So clearly you liked this. Tell me.
Yeah, I loved it.
Mhm.
So this is their light heavyweight division
Yes.
thing that they're doing still. Ken Shamrock comes out with the table ready for Bulldog's challenge, and then Devin Storm wins immediately. What was the point of this match then? I thought this would be a vehicle for the Shamrock Bulldog thing, but no. And so we just head to commercial. We will come back from commercial to Shamrock and Bulldog, but this match didn't need to happen in order for that to happen. I'm giving it a D.
Well, let's get right into it. We got Bulldog and Ken Shamrock in a match, an arm wrestling match. Boy, howdy.
Bulldog looks to be winning when Shamrock turns the tide. The two men go back and forth. Shamrock is about to win when Bulldog headbutts him. He wails on him with a steel chair. He really does with the steel chair just over and over. Then he grabs a can of dog food and he shoves it in Shamrock's face. This is a very, very Vince thing to want to see on screen. I'm giving it a C. In 1997, it's okay. In 2019, when they do it again, it's horrible.
After that match, we've got Goldust versus Rockabilly, which really just seems like a vehicle to sell us on the Goldust Pillman match at SummerSlam, because we are introduced to the dress that Brian Pillman will be wearing if he is defeated by Goldust. And I tell you, it's hot.
Did you read my notes to get ahead, or did you read the AI notes to get ahead on that?
You will never know. Your notes.
Goldust shows us.
And I'm nearsighted, bro, and I can read those. Yeah.
Goldust shows us the frilly little frock Pillman will wear next week after he beats him at SummerSlam. That's what he refers to it as, frilly little frock. Marlena says the same fill out tights joke from last week. And then she says that in her dress, he'll be ripe for the picking, which is probably about as borderline as I'll allow for that kind of a joke. It's, I guess maybe because it's a woman saying it's a little bit less, bad. But anyways,
don't do that, my guy. Everybody, everything gotta be equal, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta all kind of be in this together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rockabilly slaps Michael Moore, the IBF heavyweight champion, who then knocks him out. He's at ringside.
Documentaries by day, IBF heavyweight champion by night. That's wild. I didn't realize Michael Moore.
It took me a second to put that
I didn't realize
together.
Michael Moore was doing so much.
Yes.
They're different people.
They are different people. Very different.
I always worry because I assume there are people who are listening to this that are either young.
Yeah. Okay.
And trying to get, the Zoomers that they're talking about.
Oh, like trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they're wrestling fans now and they're like, oh, I'll listen to this podcast to find out about, because people still kind of nostalgically talk about the Monday Night Wars and those sorts of things. And so these references that maybe they have no idea, because they're just very 90s, early 2000s references, because that's where we are stuck, because that's the last time we were cool.
Speak for yourself.
I'm just stating facts. And
I mean, one of us likes the Superman movie and the other one doesn't.
That's fair. So. That is fair. But I mean, it only got 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. 83. I mean, yes, 78 got 86.
That's true.
So I like 86 better.
You like 78 better or 86 better?
78.
Gotcha.
I also like 86. Great year. It's the year before I was born. I don't know why.
Why does it make it a great year then?
I don't know. Because I'm doubling down.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, did you finish that or did I interrupt you?
No, we haven't finished yet, but I was going to let you go on because you're talking about young people and
just that they probably don't know what I'm talking about. So that's why I always make clear that this is a joke.
Well, the good thing with like this being on YouTube now, like actually being video, is I will try to include those things.
You'll put both of them? You'll see both Michael Moore?
So that way it's like, okay, that's what they mean. We have actually had people reference the fact that they love that now, because they would often go like, I have no idea who they're talking about. But now you do. Now I will try to include them.
We don't know. It's like Devin Storm.
Yeah.
Ace Darling. I couldn't pick them out of a lineup.
Devin Storm becomes somebody, but I don't remember who it is. We've looked it up before. Yeah. I'm not doing a Crowbar. I think that's who it is. Anyways. Rockabilly, like I said, slaps Michael Moore. Champion then knocks him out. And then Pillman attacks Goldust, and we get this match thrown out as Pillman tears the dress. Marlena jumps on his back, and everyone gets separated. This is again a pull apart. And I think this is building towards the pay-per-view set. I don't remember if this is the go-home show. But anyways, it's again a pull apart. However, this one actually does have a lot of storyline connotations in it. I'm giving this one a B.
A B. A B.
Mhm.
Okay. After that, we got an Undertaker vignette / special look.
Mhm.
Tell me about this Undertaker vignette / special look.
So I think they've actually done this before. I think this actually was made in like 95 because Brett and Shawn, who are both in this,
Okay.
and it's a bunch of peers talking about Undertaker, they don't look like how they look now. And I think I remember seeing, I remember us talking about
This is just recycled footage.
I think so. So his peers put over Taker hard. I mean, they're all talking about what a great like in-ring wrestler he is, all the different things that he's great at. It's the only thing that Bret Hart and HBK seemingly agree on. Bret Hart also takes, and this is another reason why I think it was from 95, because he also takes time to put down Sid and Diesel as lumbering big men, which made me laugh because even when Bret Hart gives praise, he has to be petty. It's fine for what it is. I'm giving it a C.
Why are we doing this though?
Well, because they have their match coming up.
But yeah,
I'm not saying it's a good reason. I'm saying that's why they're doing it.
Why is Undertaker getting this high praise? Like what is the purpose of this?
I think
From
again,
a story angle.
I think again they just took something they've already done and then threw it in.
Oh, I get that, but why?
I don't know.
Why?
My notes do not have why, Scott.
See, this is your fault because you didn't let me watch this. I said, should we watch it? And he goes, no, I think it'd be funny. If you have no idea what's going on. And I don't. And I'm asking you for answers. And you can't give them to me.
And it's way funnier. So I was right.
I'm like Mean Gene here. I'm the intrepid journalist getting to the bottom, getting to what the people need to know. And you have no answers.
But here's the thing. Even if I gave you the time to watch this and you had time to get the answers on these things, all you would report on would be match times,
yes,
Shotgun Saturday night, and when SummerSlam's coming up.
Yes.
That's it. So it wouldn't matter anyways. We'd still have no idea.
No, I'd also report on if there was a SummerSlam commercial because it probably is.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
When SummerSlam's coming up.
Yeah. How dare you? HBK and Vinnie Mac are talking, and Vinnie Mac wants to know if Shawn will apologize. And Shawn says, I ain't apologizing for nothing. I assume that's what he says. Is that what he says, Joseph?
Kind of. Yeah.
See, I told you.
I mean, he was reading it almost line for line for a second. HBK says, Vin Man, you and Bret Hart should know better than anyone in the world that Shawn Michaels doesn't apologize to anyone for anything.
Told you.
Look at that. He says he is a hell of a lot safer out here than he is back there to the locker room. I'm not the most popular guy in the World Wrestling Federation, but then again, I'm not looking to win any popularity contests. So what's he going to do, or what he's going to do rather, is take Vin Man's chair and do color commentary for his good buddy Bret Hart's match. This is the HBK that we want. We want him to have an edge. Bret Hart is backstage throwing things because of this. And this is great. Again, none of these are actually taking shots at each other as people. This is like we are rivals and we don't like each other. And I love that. So it gets another A for me.
This is so good. To say how good this promo is.
Yeah.
This promo is so good. As we've stated.
Yes.
I have not watched this. We watched it a long time ago together. As we've said, we're watching ahead. Just so we kind of have in the back of our mind where these things are going to maybe provide some clarity or those sorts of things. We watched this a long time ago.
Yes.
Months ago. I remember this promo.
Oh, wow.
I have not watched this since. And I remember this promo. It's a good promo. I remember Bret having a fit.
Yeah, throwing things.
I remember Shawn putting on a master class of how to be a dick.
Yes.
But also like, I'm gonna call it straight and all this kind of stuff, but also I hate Bret Hart.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was great. But that leads us to Bret Hart's match with the Patriot. So tell me how the Patriot wipes the floor with this no good Canadian rascal who hates America. The Patriot isn't going to let this guy get down on the USA. He's going to give it to him courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Tell me, Joseph.
Absolutely. Before I say that, though, how would you describe this match?
Brett grabs a microphone and
No.
Oh.
I mean, like on the card. How would you describe this match?
Oh, then it's our main event.
There you
Do you
go.
want me to yell it?
I love it.
It's our main event.
By the way, we never had to do Hoobie today, so we'll never know if you blow up my mic.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna do that, and I was kind of because I'm the mic is right.
Should
The
we
mic is
just
right
do?
here.
Should we just do
No,
a live
no,
Hoobie
no,
just for the sake of it?
If it explodes, like it's gonna hit me. The shrapnel's gonna hit.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm scared.
Okay. Anyways, Brett grabs a microphone and tells the audience to shut up, which is great. He wants the Canadian national anthem, which we get in Pittsburgh. Okay. HBK is fake crying.
Uninterrupted too, right?
Yes,
We get
yes.
the whole thing.
100%.
Like I feel like this would be good if he gets the anthem and then like Patriot interrupts it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh crowd is booing it, rightfully so.
Comes out the American flag. That would have got so much pop. too.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
why would we do that?
You can't go wrong, Brett.
HBK is fake crying at commentary. This is the Sean we want. It's fantastic. Patriot then comes out to now Kurt Angle's music. Patriot grabs a mic and says, "You had your time. We had one anthem, and now he wants the U.S. national anthem to play." And he tells everyone to stand up, which they do. HBK asks if he has to stand up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, right. It's my country." Sean's cooking at this point,
Mhm.
and he stands up. Hart attacks Patriot mid anthem. Okay, which objectively,
Yeah.
good heel work.
Yes.
Yeah, but again, we did the whole Canadian
The
national
entire
anthem.
thing.
Anyways, while he's being attacked, the anthem plays the whole time, which is actually funny. HBK argues with Vince, who he says also is saying he isn't honest. We are so close to DX, and we're just like, because this is so they finally give you guys a little teaser. They're finally going to start kind of being together next
Yes.
month, but they still don't become DX for like another month and a half, which is a little bit infuriating. But like we're so close, anyways. Sean pulls Brett off the Patriot when he seems to have the win. Brett gets mad and pays attention to HBK. The Patriot gets the schoolboy on Bret Hart and pins him 1, 2, 3. This is great because it makes us believe that Sean will cheat at SummerSlam, which is exactly what we should believe going into it.
Mhm.
HBK dances on the commentary table and Bret Hart comes after him when Taker's music hits. He comes out as we fade to black. Admittedly, I don't like the fade to black when nothing has actually happened thing, but everything else leading up to it, I really liked. I loved Sean. I loved how Bret Hart responded to things. I love that Patriot got the win in front of the American crowd. Gets an A from me.
Who won?
Well, I was going to ask you that
Oh.
because you obviously know so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who won, Scott?
WCW.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't even remember what happened on WCW. It has already vacated
Yeah.
my memory, but I'm giving it to him because I knew that would outrage you. Who do you give it to, Joseph?
This has been the entire week. Has been Scott intentionally getting under my skin
Right.
as much as he can, and I love him
I don't
for it.
I don't do that.
And also my wife who adores Scott has been joining in, and so it's just been stereo of it the entire time, and
Mhm.
it's been admittedly great, even though I sometimes want to punch him.
We're a tag team.
You and my wife, or
Yeah.
me and you?
No, me and your wife.
Heel turn, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Heel turn. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Anyways, Raw wins.
Bye, guys.
Bye.